We don't have a new show for you this week, so we decided to take a look back at our regular segments and replay the ones that received the most YouTube hits. Our regular series include Local Eats, Health and Wellness, Design Corner, Arts and Entertainment, and our newest segment, Doctor's Orders. Happy holidays from everyone here at PCN.
Nestled in a charming corner in the heart of Kingston Center, a beautifully renovated 19th century train station is the home of Solstice Restaurant, where since 2003, local residents and owners John and Holly Cataldi have been sharing their passion for pure flavors, quality ingredients, while creating a warm and welcoming haven for people who simply love food. Luckily, I am now inside the warm kitchen of Solstice instead of standing outside the beautiful Solstice with owner John Cataldi. John, thank you so much for having us here today.
Thanks for coming in.
Now tell us a little bit about the cuisine here at Solstice.
We're creative American without borders. We make everything from scratch, buy the best ingredients we can. We travel around the country and the globe in our cuisine. We have no boundaries.
Now for your appetizers today, you're going to show us some appetizers with an Asian influence. Tell me a little bit about what we're going to be tasting.
We're going to do a pork bun with a pork belly today, as well as a tuna nacho.
Excellent. Tell me a little bit about the preparation ingredients.
The pork bun is what's referred to as a bao. It's a Chinese fluffy white bread with a pork bun that's been, pork belly that's been seared in a pan with a little hoisin sauce and homemade pickle.
And tell me about the tuna nacho.
Tuna nacho is a fried wonton skin with raw tuna and sriracha aioli and a little wakame salad.
It sounds like it's fantastic with just enough bite to warm you up today.
Absolutely.
So John, one of the things I love about your menu is you not only change it seasonally but by the weather. Now on a cold, cold winter's day, what are you going to be preparing for us today?
We're going to do a duck dish today.
Okay.
A duck breast and a duck leg confit. We start with butchering our own ducks, and we make a stock out of the bones, and we take the duck fat, render it down for the future process of confiting the duck legs. We finish it off with a sweet potato puree and sautéed Brussels sprouts.
Oh, John, that looks amazing. So John tells me that with the duck, he would recommend a red wine, maybe a Pinot Noir. The colors on this plate are incredible between the pomegranates and the pureed vegetables with the crispness of the duck. I'm going to try the duck confit first. It looks absolutely incredible. And as John said, the meat really does fall off the bone after being slow roasted for so long. I'll get a perfect little bite with some Brussels sprouts as well. The richness of the meat, I mean, it just fills your entire mouth. And the vegetables have a great little crust as well as crunch to them. The meal is absolutely fantastic. Okay, we have some more warm and incredible comfort food on a cold winter day. Tell me about the lamb shank, John.
It's a slow braised hind lamb shank, so it's a little bigger than the front. And we get a nice caramelized sear on it. Then roast the vegetables, reduce down a little red wine, a little lamb stock, and then in the oven for about 6 to 7 hours. You know, a little parsnip puree is always nice, especially this time of the year. It's nice and sweet and earthy. Really balances out the heaviness of the lamb. And then just some nice local root vegetables. Just blanched real quick and then pan roasted. Get nice and tender, and then we get a little maple and thyme on it to give it a little stickiness and a little sweet.
Now we have the lamb shank with the roasted root vegetables, and you can see there's almost a crust from it being slow braised all day, but as soon as you touch it, you don't even need a knife. The meat just falls right off the bone. The fresh vegetables have just a touch of sweetness to them, which is just a beautiful combination with the richness and the flavors of the meats.
That's Craig's famous drink.
There you go, Jill.
So here at Solstice, not only is the food and the atmosphere a draw, but the staff as well. Craig Orak is the bartender that people flock to the bar to see all of the time. Craig, tell me, you are known for your fresh ingredients, as is everything else here in this restaurant. What are some of the things that are on trend this winter that you can show us?
Bourbon is very on trend right now. Everyone's looking for it, so we can start off making the new old-fashioned.
A new old-fashioned. Let me see.
All right. So take the glass, put in a cherry, blood orange. Those are in season right now. Instead of sugar, we're using Velnius out of Plymouth from Dirty Water Distillery.
And this is a new company.
New company,
well.
yeah. So just going to muddle that a little. Okay, and then we do a little bit of bourbon. We'll do an ounce and a half right here. And then we also have maraschino liqueur. I just need a little bit of that. Enhance a little cherry flavor to that. Then we fill this with some ice. Usually you top an old-fashioned with a little soda, but I just do this one with a little bit of ginger.
So we've reached dessert, one of my many favorite parts of the meal here at Solstice. John, tell me what we have here today.
This is a chocolate and toffee bread pudding with homemade vanilla bean ice cream. And over here is a toffee budino, which is an Italian pudding, and warm cinnamon donuts.
Oh, amazing. Now, while I'm the lucky girl who gets to sample these, tell me a little bit. You have been in the industry, literally you've grown up in the restaurant industry your entire life. Tell me, what is it about this industry that helps you to come back every day passionate and excited about what you're doing?
It's a fun business when it's done the right way. We love food. That's why we come here every day. We love making people happy. I have a great staff that makes it fun for me to teach and to learn from them. It keeps every day interesting.
Hi, I'm Jody Pugh, and I'm here to bring you this week's PCN Health and Wellness segment.
We're going to take it off the bike, guys. Add some resistance, take it up to a jog, a resistance jog.
I teach spin classes, and the general demographic that take my class is women, mostly between the ages of 30 and 50. And a few men like to take the class as well. It's an excellent workout. A lot of people really enjoy the workout because they relieve a lot of stress.
Here we go.
A lot of people like to spin because they burn a lot of calories and it's a lot of fun. You know, on average, I would say people burn at least 500 calories per hour in spin, up to 1,000 calories sometimes, I hear. And it's a great workout. It's very strenuous, but it's a lot of fun. I've noticed a lot of people, when they come in to spin, they might be down in the dumps, had a bad day. After class, they are so psyched and they feel great. It's a great stress reliever. Endorphins are released, and people just have so much more energy after class than they do heading into it.
2 more. No way to go but up. Let's go up. Come on. Off the bike.
Spinning really benefits runners because the bicycle has your feet completely against the pedal the entire motion. So there isn't any impact such as running or walking, and your feet stay stabilized on that pedal the entire class. So you don't have to worry about your joints getting injured during the exercise. The spin room is filled with stationary bikes, and each bike is equipped with a computer that tells you your speed based on your RPMs, your watts, a measure of how much power output you're putting out there, your calories, your heart rate, and your distance. So it's an excellent tool as you're riding during class to hear what the instructor's saying and to know exactly where you're supposed to be as far as how much speed you should have and how much resistance. Although it is ultimately up to you, the rider, and nobody else has to know how much resistance you have on your bike. I hear all the time that spinning is intimidating to people, and I'm trying to break that because it's not. It's a great workout, and the atmosphere in the spin room is fantastic. It's dimly lit, so you don't have to worry about bright lights and anyone looking at you, but it's also really loud music. It's a lot of fun, a lot of energy. The instructor guides you and tells you exactly what you should be doing, and nobody ever points people out or singles anybody out. Give it a try. It's a lot of fun. This has been your PCN Health and Wellness segment. Thank you.
It's springtime. The days are getting longer, the temperature's going up, and so is the pollen count. This is Jeff Hills, the owner of Healthy Appetites. This is the PCN Health and Wellness segment. If you've used prescription or over-the-counter allergy medications, you may have found that they make you kind of dry and a little drowsy. There are natural strategies, though, to help you manage your allergy symptoms. The first thing is MSM. MSM is a form of the mineral sulfur. It's very effective for reducing the inflammation that you get that makes your nose run and your eyes run. And it's very, very, very safe. It was discovered that it works for allergies by a veterinarian who was taking it prior to prescribing it for horses. He wanted to see if it worked for his joint pain, and it did. It also made his allergy symptoms go away. 1,000 milligrams to 4,000 milligrams twice a day should do the trick. Another thing you may want to consider is quercetin. Quercetin is a bioflavonoid. Bioflavonoids are the things that give plants their color. Once again, very safe stuff, very effective. It takes a step out of the whole histamine blocker strategy that's used by most medications. It makes your body make less histamine. Studies have shown that it helps with red and runny eyes at as little as 100 milligrams a day. Typically use a little more than that, but once again, very safe, very effective, and can be used with existing strategies and other medications. The third thing that you may want to consider would be butterbur. Butterbur is an herb that's used primarily for migraine headaches, but it's fantastic as an anti-allergen as well. It will help with, once again, runny nose and runny eyes. It's been clinically shown to be as effective as Zyrtec without any of the side effects. If you're leery of taking an herbal supplement, there are homeopathic supplements. Homeopathic supplements are very, very safe. They use very minute particles to do the trick, and they can be combined with any medication. You can also get very specific blends that are for grass pollen, tree pollen, or even just pollen that comes out in New England. So you've got several strategies. Hopefully one of them works for you. This has been Jeff Hills. This is the PCN Health and Wellness segment.
Hi, this is Michelle McGrath for PCN's Arts and Entertainment News, and we're on site at the PAC in Duxbury, where the African Children's Choir is getting ready to perform with South Shore Conservatory's children's choruses. Listen in.
I wanted to have a bunch of kids that have, taken care of from the word go, from when they enroll into the choir to the time they go back to Uganda to go to the African Children's Choir Primary School. So I really prayed about it. I was like, God, I really want to have a bunch of kids I have mentored myself. So when this opportunity came up, I just grabbed it because I was praying for that. And for me, it was a prayer answered.
When the Spirit of the Lord comes upon my life, I will dance like how we now. Like every dance, you come heaven's one to show the world.
Are you enjoying your tour?
Yes.
How's the music? Is it really exciting?
Yes, it's really exciting.
Do you think when you go back home to Uganda, you're going to keep singing these songs?
Yes.
What's your favorite?
My favorite song is Sing.
Well, that makes sense considering that's what you're doing here, right?
Yes,
Had you seen snow before you came to the United States?
No.
What was the first thing that you did when you saw snow the first time?
We ate it and played in it.
I bet you did. That must have been so fun. Have you been enjoying this tour?
Yes, Aunt.
Where's been your favorite city to visit so far?
New York City.
New York City. I bet that was a lot of fun.
The concert tours raise funds for all of the programs of Music for Life. It started back almost 30 years ago now, back in 1984, with one choir that came over. And we're the 40th choir to go out. There have been now 41.
To my father's house, come and go with me. To my father's house, a big, big house with lots of more like you. More like you. Meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O Lord my God.
Once they're in the choir, their education is covered up until the end of college or university, which is also pretty exciting.
This experience of bringing kids in their different cultures, their different worlds, but everything comes together through that power of music.
All proceeds from tonight's African Children's Choir concert go back to Uganda to support their mission. Michelle McGrath for PCN's Arts and Entertainment News.
Hi, I'm Sue and I'm from Setting the Space, and we are here for PCN's Design Corner, and today we are going to show you how to take a simple plain bed and make it look fabulous. And we're going to use lots of pillows, and I want to say too, if you have pillows tucked away in the closet and stuff, it's time to pull them out and let's build a bed. So here we go. You ready? Okay. So first we have pulled back our top of bed, and what I want to do here is create a little bit of interest by putting on a layer. So the next, we're going to start adding layers, and we have two fabulous Euro pillows here, one with pattern, and the reverse side is plain. So what today I want to do is I want to show, let's do a little bit more pattern and begin to build. So then we're going to take your pillow shams, and these can be your pillows with your sheeting, but what we're going to do is we're going to create, by using different patterns and building it out, we want to create comfort and warmth and inviting. So here we have this beautiful pillow with a little bit of shine, and we're going to bring two because we want to make sure that the bed looks full and luxurious. And one more, you can't have enough pillows, and we're going to put this one right in the center. And as you can see, we've used lots of the same colors, but they're different patterns, so it brings interest and a little bit of metallic fabrics that have a little bit of luminescent. So it just brings more light into the space and creates more invitations here. And then, of course, you can never have anything that, it's like having a stuffed bear on a bed, but it's your pillow. Something for more comfort. And one more layer, and this is on those cold, chilly nights. We have this beautiful mink throw, and you just throw it on. It's as if it just landed there. And of course, you don't have to be on vacation to add a little sophistication to your bedroom. Thanks for watching PCN's Design Corner.
Welcome to PCN's Doctor's Orders. We are here at Beth Israel Deaconess, Plymouth, and I am Lisa Tito, the director of the Breast Center at BID. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so I want to share some information with you. There's been a lot of press recently about the unimportance of mammograms. I'm here today to tell you it's still very important to get your mammograms. What you've heard is people do not need their mammograms between the age of 40 and 50 nowadays because, first of all, breast cancer is not that common in that age group, and that is true. But the important thing to know is you still get breast cancer between the age of 40 and 50. In fact, about 30% of our breast cancers happen before menopause. So you do need to get screened. The other issue you hear is it causes too many unnecessary tests. And again, that is true. We are going to stick a needle in 10 women's breasts in order to find only 2 breast cancers. But unfortunately, the only way to find those 2 breast cancers is to stick a needle in 10 women's breasts, and I'm okay with that. I think it's the best thing in the entire world for me to tell those 8 women that you don't have breast cancer. And we do that to find those 2 women's breast cancers. The other thing about women who are 40 to 50 years old, your breast cancers are different. They tend to grow faster, so it's important to screen you every year. And they get aggressive when they get large. Therefore, if I find those breast cancers early, I can change your future. One thing glossed over in the press was that there was a 15 to 30% improved mortality with mammogram screening. Meaning, if you get your mammograms every year, you have a 15 to 30% less chance that you're going to die from that breast cancer. That's gigantic. Gigantic. A lot of women will take chemotherapy because that it'll improve their survival by about 5%. We can reduce your mortality by 15% just by getting your mammograms. And the difference about mammograms is, as opposed to chemotherapy, is they don't cause nausea. They don't cause your hair to fall out. They don't make you sick and miss work. Yeah, they might be a little uncomfortable. You might have to get a needle put in, but the bottom line is they save your lives. So get your mammograms starting at the age of 40 every year. Thank you for listening to this segment, and I hope you get your mammograms, because those are the doctor's orders.
If you're from the Plymouth area, surely you know the John Carver Inn, filled with colonial charm and hospitality. From the Pilgrim Cove pool to the Hearth and Kettle family restaurant, many of us have memories of wonderful visits and family meals. But if you haven't been here lately, you haven't been to WaterFire Tavern, an upscale and contemporary break from tradition, featuring an eclectic menu of small bites, craft beers, local sounds, and of course, dining by WaterFire. Tony Allen, chef here at the John Carver Inn. Tell me about this menu at the new WaterFire Tavern. What did you do to develop this break from tradition?
Well, with the Hearth and Kettle, we had a lot of traditional items, and it's been here for a long time, and we wanted to try something new, so we decided to go to an upscale contemporary menu to try to capture the guests that were going to different places and trying new things, so we thought we'd give them something new to try.
And you have a lot of very fun small bites. Tell me about a couple of the items that are really popular.
One of them is the turkey and stuffing egg roll. We tried to go with the theme that the Hearth and Kettle has had for years. So we rolled that up into an egg roll, and people seem to like it.
And it's a perfect small bite with all of the Thanksgiving flavors built in.
Like having Thanksgiving dinner in an egg roll.
Now tell me about the arancini balls. I know those are very popular here.
Arancini balls is a rice and sausage ball. We have it stuffed with cheese in the middle, so when you cut into it, the cheese oozes out. And like I said, just small plates so you can get 2 or 3 appetizers when you come in, and it's like having a meal.
Jeff, this looks fantastic, and I can't wait to start tasting. But one of the other real features here are your craft beers and the way you designed your menu. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. I think the best thing about our draft beer lineup right now is all of our draft beers are brewed right here in Massachusetts. So it works out really well where we have a lot of travelers coming in to the inn from all over the country, all over the world. It's a great opportunity just to show people what Massachusetts has to offer in the world of craft beers.
Tell me about some of the flavors you have here for us today.
Okay, so we have the St. Kitty Light, which is a Cisco brew from Nantucket. The Cape Cod Red, brewed down in Hyannis. My favorite, the Jack's Abbey, brewed up in Framingham, Mass. And then the local Mayflower Porter, brewed right down the street here in Plymouth.
What would you recommend I try with these fabulous bites?
Why don't you go ahead and try my favorite, the Jack Sabby. That should go well with the sweetness.
Always a good recommendation. And this is a great recommendation. I love there's a bright citrus in there that really goes well with the bites.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, I think it's time for us to now move on and try one of your signature foods here as well.
All right, sounds good.
So Joe, as general manager here at the WaterFire Tavern, it must have been so exciting to be a part of this entire transformation. Tell me a little bit about the design of this tavern and how you came to just the beautiful design that we see around us.
It was really the owner. He had an idea, and he got some designers together, and he wanted to build a water fountain, and he decided that we were going to build a bar around it, and quite honestly, it's been very successful for us, and the local people and our guests at the hotel here have all liked it. As you look at some of the architecture around, we didn't change a lot because we wanted to make people feel comfortable that this was what they remembered. We just made it nicer.
And the features that you've added, the lights, the color, the teardrop pendants over the bar, all of it is absolutely stunning.
All the artwork was done by a local artist, Chris Roberti, who did all the ice sculptures and the murals on the wall as well.
And what I would love to do to close out today, you have an amazing, amazing fire bowl that just I've been hearing about from everybody. Are we going to have an opportunity to try that and show that to our viewers?
We are. We have our bourbon cheese and smoked Gouda cheese bowl, sorry. And we also have our chocolate fire bowl as well.
Joe, I think we need to conclude our visit here getting to taste these amazing fire bowls. Oh, and they look incredible already. Thank you so much. For PACTV Community News and Local Eats, I'm Donna Rodriguez.